ice. That nigga mean, switch it up. That nigga raw. That nigga green.
And not the best judgment on my part, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I wanted to get this video done because I feel like it is an extremely important video to make, and I was excited to make the video. It's not going to be as in-depth as I can possibly make it because, like I said, I'm sorry, but it is a school night, 12:30 in the morning, and there's a lot to talk about with this topic, and I'm going to be making another video closer to the free agency time. Now I'm just going to be making a video talking about the free agents we have coming, who we should re-sign, and who we should let go. And whenever free agency actually comes, I'll be getting into cap hits, who we can sign from other teams, all of that good stuff. So we're going to start with our first free agent on the list, who is Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is a 27-year-old quarterback that we picked up. We traded a third-round draft pick for him, and I'm not 100% sure on what Sean Payton plans on doing with Teddy Bridgewater. Now, all of these, all of the things that I say are going to be extremely opinionated. And I'm going to be going over the major free agents this year. Not going to go into the Daniel Lascos, the Josh Huffs, the Justin, Justin Hardee, yeah, but not like the Josh Laribus and all those peoples. But to be honest, in 100% honesty, I wasn't too impressed with what I seen from Teddy Bridgewater when he did play this season, so I would not mind letting him walk. He can go to a quarterback-needy team and become a starter. We have Taysom Hill behind him, who I think is a better fit for this team, this scheme, and, I feel like he is a better quarterback than Teddy Bridgewater, just because pure athleticism, and Taysom Hill is a fighter, and Sean Payton loves him, so why not take a crack at him instead of Bridgewater? So I feel like we should let him walk and go to a team that's QB needy. And the next player on this list is Mark Ingram, the 29-year-old running back that has played with us for his entire career. This is an extremely hard, decision to make, and I feel like that Sean Payton and company is going to have trouble making this decision. Now, you got to look at things in perspectives of, Mark Ingram and the locker room. Mark Ingram is going to hit 30 years old soon. If he hasn't already, I don't really pay attention to players' birthdays as much as I should. He is turning 30, and running backs do not play well into their mid-30s or whatever, 32, 33. They decline extremely fast because of the amount of brute punishment they take. Mark Ingram could be a different case, though. He had a pretty good year this year. Still showed the rambunctious, heavy hitting, run style that he showed throughout the years. To be honest, he is not. I don't think he's going to request a big contract because he's more about team success, it seems, than his wallet, because he is an extremely happy, mindful player. And he adds a lot of glue to our locker room. The chemistry between him and Kamara helps our offense tremendously. And I feel like we need to keep him if we want to be as successful as we were this year and the year before next year. We need to re-sign Mark Ingram to whatever contract he'll take, because he's an important asset to the team and doesn't deserve to be shorthanded just because, Alvin Kamara is here. I understand how good Alvin Kamara is, but he's not going to be as successful as an every down back, because he's just not going to be able to take that amount of punishment. He will have good stats and better stats. Yes, Alvin Kamara will, but he's not going to, age as well if he takes all of that brute force. So I feel like we need to re-sign Mark to help balance things out and make sure Alvin Kamara could have as lengthy as a career as he should. The next player is Manti Teo. To be honest with you, he's 28. I don't care if we re-sign him or not. I think, honestly, instead of wasting the money, we should just let him walk. He's a pretty decently impactful player when he does play. His injuries have been a little bit of an issue, but he hasn't done anything to really shock me. But with the addition of Demario Davis, AJ Klein's been playing phenomenal. Alex Anzalone, he plays good whenever he does play. Those are all important, additions we made, and they worked out for us. So besides depth, I don't really see any other reason to, re-sign Manti Teo. The next player on the list is Benjamin Watson, and I think he is set on retiring. I'm not 100% sure. I think he should give it another crack at it, but if he doesn't, he doesn't. If he does, we should resign him because we need tight ends. So, yeah, Benjamin Watson. Heck of a career, dude. Like, seriously. He's 38, tight end, played that long. Heck of a career. The next player is Craig Robertson. Yes, re-sign him. He's an extremely good player on special teams and is impactful when it comes to special teams play and adds a lot of depth to our linebacking position. I think we should re-sign him instead of Manti Teo. They're both inside linebackers, but Craig Robertson has shown more impactfulness when he's out on the field because he takes the opportunities he's presented with, and that's what I love about him. The next is Chris Banjo. He's 29. He's a strong safety. I think we're going to re-sign him for special teams purposes, but I don't really think we need him as much as people think. He's not as good as Justin Hardee at all when it comes to special teams. He had 2 interceptions this year, I think. I think they were both in the same game, dude, against the Eagles. That was weird. That was a weird game. I mean, yeah, we can re-sign him and he can be good for our special teams, but to be honest, I don't think he's that necessary. Now, Dez Bryant, along with us, it is his decision too. He's an unrestricted free agent. He's 30 years old, and I 100% wholeheartedly agree with the decision to re-sign Dez Bryant. I feel like he will be an amazing addition to our receiving core and will help with the depth that we are missing all season. By the way, Teddy Bridgewater's contract or his whatever is $6 million. We have like $19 million in cap space. I don't think we should re-sign. That's off topic, but still. So I'm gonna skip German Bushrod. I'm not gonna skip. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I'm gonna say if we should re-sign them or not. But I'm not gonna be detailed about it. German Bushrod, re-sign. Josh Loribus, let go. Jay Bromley, let go. Michael Oila, I don't know who that is, let go. PJ Williams, this is a big one. He said that he thinks he earned a good amount of money, but after he got arrested for driving under the influence, I believe it was, your stock died, buddy. So getting paid big bucks is not happening for PJ. I say we re-sign him for depth because Patrick Robinson is coming back next season, so he lost his starting spot. But if we have a game where Eli Apple is struggling, getting picked on, we might be able to throw in P.J. Williams, mix things up a bit, get his, Eli Apple on his toes. I feel like having P.J. Williams would be smart for depth purposes because you never know when injuries are going to happen. And we need another good corner other than just the starting 3. We have Marshawn Lattimore, Eli Apple, and Patrick Robinson because if one of them goes down, we have to have somebody to be the anchor. So P.J. Williams, we need to re-sign him. He's only 26 and had a pretty good season last year. Of course, he made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. When you have Marshawn Lattimore on the other side of the field who locks his receiver down 99% of the time, you're going to get picked on. Especially when Eli Apple was playing how he was, which was actually extremely well. Eli Apple had a phenomenal season. But the same goes with Eli Apple too. When Marshawn Lattimore's on the other side of the field, the ball is going to come your way 10 times more than if he wasn't. If it was Eli Apple on one side and then Patrick or PJ on the other side, it'd be equal distribution. But because Marshawn Lattimore was locking up that other side of the field, whoever was on the other side was getting picked on, and that's just how it is. So when we run three corner sets, we need PJ Williams. We need him for depth. We need him. Josh Huff, wide receiver, let go. Tyeler Davison, re-sign. Tyeler Davison, has shown promise through the couple of opportunities he's had. He has 99% of the time he has accounted for those opportunities and he has done some work on the field. I feel like if we re-sign him, we're not going to regret it because that injury that happened to Sheldon Rankins, we don't know when he's going to be back next season. Hopefully in time for training camp, but God, he tore his Achilles, so I don't know. Tyeler Davison, re-sign. That is a must. We must re-sign Tyeler Davison. Daniel Lasco. What a sad story for Daniel Lasco. Came in 7th round pick. Didn't have much promise as it was, and a play broke his spine or something, dude. And it was, it was questionable as if he would ever walk again. I feel bad saying this, but I just do not think we have any need for another running back on this team. I mean, if he could play return man after what happened, then I mean, sure, go ahead. Tackle on special teams. We can re-sign him. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I am not 100% sold on if we need to or not. Zach Wood, re-sign. Good long snapper. Vince Beagle, let go. Ken Crawley. Ken Crawley is the worst corner on our team. Ken Crawley sucks so bad. I don't know what happened last year, when he had that phenomenal season that he did, best red zone corner in the league. Where did that go? Because he was absolutely atrocious this entire year. Ken Crawley sucked this year. And if you guys even try to debate with me, I will shut you down so fast. Ken Crawley sucked this year. He sucked bad. Bad. He was so garbage. Let him walk. If we re-sign him, it better be for depth, because I shouldn't have to hold my breath every time the ball goes up in the air towards Ken Crawley's direction. He sucks. Seriously, I hate Ken Crawley. We can let him go. We can re-sign him. He's 26, whatever. He sucks. I don't like him. Tommy Lee Lewis, re-sign. He is hit or miss. I guess I never miss, huh? He's had some pretty decent plays over his, his short career. He's only 26 years old. I feel like when given the right opportunity, Tommy Lee Lewis can shine. He's a little small, fast guy. Re-sign him. I like Tommy Lee Lewis. Wil Lutz, re-sign. That man is one of the best kickers in the league. I love Wil Lutz with all my heart. Justin Hardee, re-sign. He is our best special teams player by far. Taysom Hill. He is one of our best special team players by far. The impact he makes is amazing, and he sets the tone too. When he hits a player, he bucks up in his face. The amount of scruffles I've seen Justin Hardee get into is crazy. I love Justin Hardee. Justin Hardee he's a G, bro. I love Justin Hardee. We need to re-sign him. He's 25. He's a corner, but he is fantastic on special teams. Re-sign him. Cameron Tom, we need him. Re-sign him. He's only 24. He's not the greatest. He gave up a sack on his first play whenever Max Unger went out. He was a guard playing center, but re-sign him. We need offensive line depth. Don't let any offensive line go. Ricky Jefferson, 24 years old. Not really sure who that is. But, I mean, corner, if we don't re-sign Ken Crawley, re-sign him. So that's our full list of 2019 free agents. I know, it's crazy. That's all it is. Not really anyone too important. The highlights would be Mark Ingram, P.J. Williams, Dez Bryant, Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty good highlight. Jermon Bushrod is important. Tyeler Davison, Zach Wood, Wil Lutz, people like that, Justin Hardee. There are some important players we need to re-sign this offseason. And not the good thing about these players is that they are all good, but they're not stars. So we don't need to throw out a million big contracts like the Los Angeles Rams are going to have to do in a couple years, which is going to suck when they got to pay Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, Aaron Donald, Ndamukong Suh again, Brandon Cooks, Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib. Everybody on that team, that's going to suck. So, Rams, I can't wait for your little dynasty to fall apart in the next 2 or 3 years because you have to throw out max contracts to everybody on your team. Sorry, not sorry. But, yeah. They're all really good players, but they're all so low priced. I think the highest contract we're going to dish out for free agents we're going to re-sign is probably for Mark Ingram because he's important. So, yeah, re-sign Mark Ingram, bring back Dez Bryant, and, yeah, we should be okay. Why did it just zoom? That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. 15 minutes too long. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to make this a super long video, but it is important. Free agency is important. I'm going to be making a video about the free agents we should go after during the offseason, such as tight ends, safeties, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So expect that to come out soon. This is probably going to drop this Thursday, so be ready for it. Why did I just say that the video isn't going to be out when y'all hear that. Well, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Drop suggestions below. That is important. Drop suggestions. I need you to drop suggestions. If you even watched to the 16-minute period of this video, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching my stuff. It means a lot to me, and hopefully this video does pretty well because this is a sound topic. Yeah. You guys have a great night. Thank you. Adios. I love you.